Okay, so let's get started with weeks 25 to 29. So I had a lot of the same symptoms as I did from 20 to 24. Still had a lot of energy, which is great because this was right at Christmas time. So I was working a lot of hours. I was trying to get cookies and stuff done, wrapping and shopping and all of that. My husband, I will say, was super supportive, and if I needed stuff done during the day or if he could get like doughs ready for me during the day that had to chill, he was doing that, and I was very thankful for that. He helped me wrap everything. He went shopping with me every time, so I was very grateful. Still had a really itchy belly, really sore nipples, and constipation did start to creep in about week 28, I would say. Not every day, every once in a while. That's kind of how I knew I had to get the more veggies back into me, is I'd start to feel a little constipated. And but once I got back on the veggie train, then we were good to go. My belly popped around week 26 because I still didn't look too pregnant, like even to strangers and stuff like that. Like my family, if they hadn't seen me for a week or two, they'd be like, okay, you're bigger. But like to strangers and stuff like that, they'd be like, you're how many weeks along? And so finally around week 26, my belly just kind of all of a sudden just boop, popped. So I was like, okay, now I look pregnant. Thank goodness. I'm not just fat. So that was a pleasant surprise. I started wearing all maternity pants, except for like some oversized men's sweatpants that I bought, or my parents bought for me, I should say, which have been super comfy. We were able to feel the baby kick for the first time, like outside, like because I was able to feel the quickening and stuff before, but I was finally able to actually feel, like if I put my hand on the belly, I could feel the baby's little kicks and movements and stuff. And so it was my husband for the first time. The baby, I believe it was in January, I believe. It was either the end of December or January that I felt it. Like I just had my hand on my belly and I felt it and I was like, oh my gosh. And I grabbed my husband's hand, put it on my belly, and he was able to feel it. And he just like, oh my gosh, this is so crazy. Because for up until then, like, not that it's not real for him or for your spouse, but I mean, they see you going through it and they're supporting you through it. But that was like his first connection with the baby, which was really, really a cool moment. Week 26, I finally got to meet my OB because my doctor's office carries you up until, if you have no like major issues or you're not high risk, they do carry you up until week 24 to 26. So week 26, I finally got to meet my OB. I really like her. She's one of the top rated in our city, so I just lucked out that I got her. Obviously, because of my weight before pregnancy, we were concerned about preeclampsia being something that could be an issue for me. So something we're still to this day kind of watching for. But the good news is my blood pressure during weeks 25 to 29 had not increased substantially, and my weight gained still. I had not gained any weight since the beginning of pregnancy, which means because of my healthy eating habits, I actually was losing my own weight but gaining the baby weight, and it was evening out, which I checked with her, and for my body size before pregnancy, she was perfectly happy with that. So that was kind of reassuring as well, because I was very concerned about that. So she gave me like warning signs to look for, like intense swelling right away, like out of nowhere kind of thing, not a gradual swelling, pain in the liver area that goes around to your back, things like that, intense headaches and vomiting and nausea, which up until this point I have not had, which is reassuring for me. She also suggested I go on iron supplements because when she did the blood tests and ultrasounds and all of that, she wanted me to start some iron supplements because my iron was a bit low. So I have started those. I take them twice a day, and luckily the pharmacist suggested, because of how harsh they can be in your stomach, to start with the first day a quarter of a pill, and then the end of that day take half a pill. The next morning start with 3/4 of a pill, work your way up to a full pill. And so that's what I did, and that helped. I also found taking it with orange juice really helped, and he also said that'll help absorb it faster as well. So if you have to take iron supplements, ask your pharmacist or doctor, because I found that that really helped me deal with it, and I only had a stomach ache the first day, which was nice. I did have one ultrasound because some of the pictures of the baby's heart and the profile, the doctor just, because of when I had them done at week 19, the baby was rolling around and doing somersaults, so it was really hard for the techs to actually get a good picture of the profile and the 4 chambers of the heart. So she just sent me to have those couple of things looked at, and she did let my husband come in and see the baby again, and she gave us one picture. So this is the baby at 27 weeks. I totally forgot I had an ultrasound, and that's the last time we've seen the baby? Yes, that's the last time we've seen the baby. During weeks 25 to 29, we also started our baby registry. I don't know, I just had this real weird thing, I felt like I was jinxing it almost, because I didn't want to buy these things too early. I'm just a very worrisome person all the time, and I get anxious a lot. So we waited a little bit, and we went just after Christmas and went and did the baby registry. So we got that all set up. I'm using Babies R Us and Baby List, which Baby List is nice because as long as it's online, you can put it on. So it's not just, oh, I need this from Babies R Us, but you can add stuff from Chapters or Walmart or, you know, Carter's, like any store like that, you can add stuff right to it, and then they can just say that it's reserved, and nobody else will pick it up. So that's, I really like that one if you're looking for kind of an all-in-one. You can also add things like meals, maid service, stuff like that, which I thought was kind of cute. But luckily, I still had a lot of energy. I did find I was starting to get a little sore after work, working 8-hour shifts, and I did put in a request to work fewer hours because I was getting still 40 hours a week, which some women, power to them, can do it, but I was starting to get really tired at the end of a night, but I wasn't waking up tired, so that was nice. Especially in retail in my job, I'm on my feet all day. I did have to try and put in a request to see if I can get a chair for part of the day as well, and that was kind of the only things that I've had to do. I did notice I start having trouble getting up during these weeks, just kind of adjusting, because all of a sudden with the belly there, all of a sudden I did have to kind of adjust how I was moving and stuff like that. So that was kind of hard to get used to, but I think I've got it down pat now. As I continue to get bigger, hopefully I've got that down. But yeah, no major concerns again during 25 to 29. It was great finally meeting my OB. Still feeling pretty good except for those few things. But other than that, can't complain. I mean, after a long day, a little tired, but other than that, pretty solid 5 weeks. So the next video will be weeks 30 to 34, which will actually cut you up to where I am. So we'll see you in the next video.